she was rescued from. She came into the Idaho Humane Society, and she was a really scared little dog. And she was brought home from to a foster parent, I guess. And she was really stiff when they would pick her up. She didn't know how to act like a dog or be a pet. The only thing she would do was sit around in front of this fireplace, and she would just look around. She wouldn't even move her head. She would just move her eyes to look at everything. And it took about 2 weeks of her having to be carried around, like even to her food and water bowl. She wouldn't go by herself before she started moving her head to watch everything. And she eventually would sit on the foster parent's lap and let her pet her, and started interacting with people and other dogs. She was still depressed when the new owners picked her up, but they knew that she still needed attention, and they told the Humane Society that they had taken her to the coast, and she played around so much that the last day all she wanted to do was sleep. So she eventually learned how to be a dog. So success stories like these are made possible because of the donations that citizens have made to the Idaho Humane Society. So in the 1890s, that's the Humane Society building, and animals were reportedly kept without food and water. They were all euthanized by gunshot, and they were left to decompose in this building. And this is kind of the facility now. I can't really find any pictures of it. Conditions have improved, like sanitation standards. There's a mandatory holding period for dogs, so that way owners have a chance to be adopted. And of course, they have food and water. And this is also made possible with the donations that people like to make. According to the U.S. Humane Society, there are 8 to 10 million cats and dogs that enter shelters each year in the United States. And 4 to 5 million of these cats and dogs do not make it out. That's half, in case you guys do not.
Okay, so the Humane Society needs your help because they are the only open admission shelter in the state of Idaho, or I guess in Boise. They adopt and rehabilitate more animals than any organization or shelter in the state of Idaho. The open shelter means that any dog that's brought to them, they will try to do what they can for it medically. They will nurse it back to health, and then they'll try to find it a home. As long as they have the space, they kind of first priority, but they don't turn dogs away. Whereas the other shelters turn them away, they have a limited capacity, so they can pretty much make sure that their needs can be met every month because they know what their overhead and their operating costs are. The Humane Society does not, it varies. So sometimes they're inundated with stray dogs and cats. According to Humane Society volunteer Coleman Bonner, they do have to euthanize quite a few cats. Several dogs, usually dogs, it's only if they show any kind of aggressive behavior or if they are too sick to rehabilitate. They take in an average of 41 animals per day. They have no time limit, so they keep them for months, sometimes weeks or months, but then of course, once they get to where they've been there for quite a while, then they leave them out based on adoptability. But they have foster care programs, they have all kinds of ways to volunteer, all kinds of ways that you can help them, even if most people think a Humane Society, well, I have to go and adopt a cat or a dog, and I know for a lot of college students that's not an option, but you can go and you can volunteer once a month. You can take them for a walk, feed them, water them, just help out in any way possible. And
reason why dogs are given to shelters are non-aggression type of behaviors, is like barking or just running away. And it also is the reason why a lot of these animals or these dogs aren't adopted. And the IDPAI, the Inmate Dog Alliance Project of Idaho, is a program that places high-risk dogs, mostly really active dogs, that to be trained by inmates at the Idaho State Correctional Facility, and it teaches it's to get the dogs to be more trainable so they can be adopted more, and it also helps the inmates by teaching them responsibilities and patience and stuff like that. These cells are also one of the best behaved cells in the corrections facility, and they spend a lot of time just doing it, and it takes there's a process to actually get into it, and there's 30 dogs go into it every 8 weeks until they're great, and the more trainable dog actually go into higher programs to train for training for like police dogs or stuff like that. And the inmates, because they like having the dogs there, they actually also take donations if you send a picture of your pet or your pet and yourself, they'll actually draw it in pen, pencil, and color for a certain amount of money. And this is to help them with their program. And if we donated more to this, we can open up more spaces, because the dogs actually live with the inmates, so there's more room for in the Humane Society to actually take in more animals, not just dogs. And if we can donate more, then it'll open up more space for other animals.
Okay, so I was just going to talk to you guys about a couple of ways you can get involved if you do want to involve yourself with the Humane Society. One is donations and volunteering, and Josh is going to talk about that in a minute. What I'm going to tell you about is adoption. If this is a good alternative, other than if you want to find a breeder or a pet store, adopting from the Humane Society is really easy. You gotta go there first. It's at 4775 Dorman Street, Boise. Their hours are Monday through Sunday, 10 to 6, and then during the summer it's a little later. Okay, so you go back into the kennels, and I went there. There's a ton of dogs. There's a lot of cats too, rabbits. I think there's even horses, but I'm not sure where they're at. Anyway, so you go back there and you just look through the cages, and if you want, you can ask for a leash. And there's little cards on the front that'll tell you the age of the dog, the price the adoption fee would be, just about the dog itself. And then you can ask for leashes, and you can take it out to the hallway, take it in the backyard. There's a little get acquainted room that you can take it to, and see if you like him. If you do decide to, you take that card from the cage and you go up to the front desk and finish the adoption paperwork. And from there you're gonna go. After you complete the paperwork, you're gonna go to the C-Spot shop, and that's where you pay your fees. And with the fees, it's from $20 to $300, depending on the size, the breed, the condition, and the age of the dog or cat. Dogs require license fees. In Ada County, there's $17.40 for a spayed or neutered dog. Cats are $50, 1 to 4 years. $25 from 5 to 8 years. And then cats require a rabies vaccination fee. So, all the dogs that go into the Humane Society are spayed and neutered when they get there, so before they even get to their kennels. So that means that you can take them home as soon as you adopt them. Right from there. And then another option is to adopt from this program that Fabian just talked about, the ADAPI. And this is just this one is a little more complicated. It's an application, you gotta fill it out. And for this one you have to agree, you have to go to a workshop. Let's see. You can't tie the dog up or chain him up as like a way to confine him, because in the program they work that out of him. You have to keep the dog current on vaccinations, and then you have to agree to return the dog to the Humane Society after the first year if it's not working out for you. This is just a couple pictures out of the Humane Society website. There's over 80 stories of how the Humane Society has changed people's lives, and these are just from the stories that people have sent in themselves. They email the Humane Society saying that they just had to tell them. They'll send in pictures of themselves with their dogs and their cats or bunnies, and just how happy these dogs can make you.
My name's Josh, and I'm going to tell you ways to donate. There's actually a ton of ways to donate, and some of them might surprise you. Ways to donate are cash, list of needed items, donations in honor or in memory of, estate planning, fundraisers, support a specific program, and donate your car and other valuable items. The donate needed items is like dog toys, laundry detergent, Ziploc bags, blankets, office supplies, heating pads. These are just household supplies that you might not think that the Idaho Humane Society could use. Obviously, you don't want to give them a ratty blanket, but I'm sure they would take a lightly used blanket if you're just going to throw it away. Donations in honor and memory. If you give the Idaho Humane Society $500, they'll give you a cat paw or a dog print, a dog bone to inscribe, which you can inscribe in honor or in memory of a specific person. And they place these permanently on the cat cages or dog kennels. Estate planning, this is all on their website, but estate planning is where you put specific items in your will, like if you want to donate your house to the Idaho Humane Society or your car after you've gone on, put that in your will, and they actually have a lot of steps to help you with that on the website. Fundraising, you can actually create your own fundraiser. Say if you get all A's on your report card, or if you want to run a marathon or a 5K, they actually have a different website called First Giving, which they specifically set up to help you set up a fundraiser to use the contributions to the Idaho Humane Society. Support a specific program. They actually have a ton of programs. Rescue Ranch, the foster program, Inmate Dog Alliance Project, as Bobby talked about, and the Cruelty Prevention Fund. These are all if you want your money to go to a specific program. Volunteering, this is just a free way to give your time. They have classes once a month that you have to go to, and then you can volunteer. Finally, the last way to donate is gifting to the Idaho Humane Society. They'll take pretty much anything, car, ATV, some boat, jet ski, something that they can sell for money that they'll use towards their proceeds. They use through their budget. And according to the IRS, you get a tax credit on your tax dollars for every dollar that you donate. So if you donate a car, you can write it off as